The Castlevania franchise has captivated audiences with its rich storytelling, intricate character arcs, and a tapestry of themes woven into a gothic supernatural world. From the original series to its spiritual successor, Castlevania Nocturne, the narrative has evolved to explore broader societal struggles, while maintaining its roots in personal conflict and redemption. Let's examine the central characters and their roles within the narrative, and how the thematic elements of the series have deepened over time. The original Castlevania series begins with Trevor Belmont, a character burdened by the disgrace of his once proud lineage. The Belmont family, famed for their monster hunting prowess, has fallen into obscurity, and Trevor embodies this decline. Initially cynical and disillusioned, Trevor's journey is one of rediscovery and purpose. His reluctant acceptance of his role as a hero represents the series' larger theme of redemption. Sypha Belnades, a speaker magician, balances Trevor's cynicism with her idealism and determination. Her magic is not only a tool for combat, but a manifestation of her unyielding belief in humanity's potential for good. Sypha's partnership with Trevor is pivotal, as their contrasting personalities create a dynamic that propels both the narrative and their character growth. Alucard, Dracula's Dhampir's son, is the emotional core of Castlevania. His internal conflict, torn between loyalty to his father and his human compassion, embodies the duality that defines much of the series. Alucard's struggle to confront and ultimately kill his father is a personal tragedy that resonates deeply, elevating the narrative beyond a simple tale of good versus evil. The series' antagonist, Dracula, is a tragic figure whose grief over the murder of his wife Lisa fuels his vendetta against humanity. Unlike a stereotypical villain, Dracula's motives are rooted in profound loss, making his actions understandable, even as they are horrifying. His eventual defeat is less a triumph and more a somber resolution, emphasizing the cost of unchecked grief and rage. Carmilla, another key antagonist, introduces political intrigue and power struggles within the vampire hierarchy. Her cold ambition and calculated strategies present a stark contrast to Dracula's emotional depth, shifting the narrative from personal tragedy to political machinations. Carmilla's vision of a vampire-ruled world creates new conflicts that challenge the heroes in unexpected ways. The driving force behind Carmilla's character is ambition, with a dash of charisma, enough to solidify her as leader of her nest of all-female vampires, the Sisters of Styria, including Lenore, who is diplomatic and calculating. Striga is the brutal enforcer, embodying the strength of the nest, and Morana, the strategist, balancing Striga's ferocity with tactical precision. These sisters add a crucial layer to the story, showcasing the political dynamics of vampire society. Carmilla's disdain for humanity and her plan to enslave them as cattle highlight a different kind of cruelty compared to Dracula's wrath. Two characters that embody duality more than any other are Isaac and Hector. Isaac is initially a devout servant of Dracula, and he embarks on a journey of self-discovery after his master's death. This journey leads him on a deep philosophical evolution, shifting from vengeance to building a world free of gods and monsters. This awakening in Isaac puts him in direct conflict with Carmilla, his role as a counterpart to Carmilla's greed and humanity's flaws. Hector is a much more tragic character, from loyal Forgemaster to Carmilla's prisoner and pawn. His enslavement by Lenore and gradual reclamation of agency reflects themes of manipulation and resilience. Both characters, while on the surface seem quite different, have much more in common than one may realize. Both have a desire for the endless suffering and pain of humanity to end by any means necessary, even if that means going against their own race to do so. And both display single-mindedness and naivete in the face of changing circumstances, leading their characters to evolve in unexpected ways, whether through epiphany and enlightenment, or through suffering and degradation. Both characters find themselves on a route to being whole in the end. Another mysterious character is Saint Germain, Who has a hidden agenda? His character remains quite gray even to the end of the very first series. Introduced as a worldly and enigmatic alchemist, his quest to reunite with his love drives his involvement in the chaos surrounding Dracula's court. Saint Germain is obsessed with the Infinite Corridor, a dimensional gateway that adds even more layers of supernatural intrigue into an already rich tapestry that Castlevania has woven. His manipulation of events showcases the dangers of pursuing personal desires at the expense of others. Saint Germain's actions bring new elements of cosmic horror and philosophical dilemmas to the story, reflecting the costs of ambition and love. In Castlevania Nocturne, the narrative shifts focus to a new generation, while expanding its thematic scope. While the original series explored personal grief and redemption, Nocturne delves into revolution, societal oppression, and the weight of legacy. Richter Belmont, the descendant of Trevor and Sypha, carries the weight of his family's storied history. Unlike Trevor, who reclaims his purpose over time, Richter feels trapped by expectations. His journey is one of self-discovery, as he learns to honor his heritage without being consumed by it, highlighting the complexity of living up to a legacy. Annette, a revolutionary and former enslaved individual, brings a fresh perspective to the narrative. Her magic, tied to her personal struggles, symbolizes resilience and the power of fighting for freedom. Annette's presence expands the series' thematic focus, addressing issues of systemic oppression and the cost of revolution. Maria Renard, a young magician, offers a counterbalance with her youthful optimism and determination. While Annette represents the harsher realities of their world, Maria embodies the hope and innocence, reminding the audience of what is being fought for. Together, Annette and Maria enrich the story with their contrasting yet complementary roles. Alucard's reappearance in Nocturne serves as a bridge between the old and the new characters. His role as a mentor reflects the growth he experienced in the original series, while his interactions with Richter and the others highlight the continuing struggle against darkness. Alucard's enduring presence underscores the timelessness of the series' central conflicts. The supernatural elements of Castlevania are integral to its identity, steeped in Gothic tradition. Dracula's castle serves as a living extension of his grief and fury, its shifting architecture reflecting his emotional turmoil. The Infinite Corridor introduces cosmic stakes, linking Dracula's personal vendetta to a broader metaphysical conflict. In Nocturne, the lore evolves with the introduction of the vampire Messiah and the cult that surrounds this figure. This new antagonist challenges not only the heroes but also their understanding of faith and power. Annette's magic, rooted in cultural and historical struggles, adds a layer of realism to the supernatural, blending myth and history. Villains in Castlevania are rarely one-dimensional. Dracula's tragic arc sets a high standard for antagonist complexity, while Carmilla and her nest of female vampires shift the narrative towards political and ideological conflicts. Saint Germain's morally ambiguous pursuit of his goals forces viewers to question whether noble intentions can justify unethical actions. Isaac and Hector's diverging paths provide a nuanced exploration of loyalty, freedom, and redemption. Isaac's journey from vengeance to enlightenment contrasts sharply with Hector's manipulation and eventual redemption, showcasing the series' ability to delve into complex character motivations. In Nocturne, the villains evolve to reflect the broader themes of revolution and systemic oppression. The vampire Messiah and the cultists introduce ideological stakes, forcing the heroes to confront not just physical threats, but also moral and philosophical challenges. At its core, Castlevania is about the human condition. Dracula's grief shows how loss can consume and destroy, while Trevor, Sypha, and Alucard's bond highlights the healing power of found family. Isaac and Hector's arcs explore humanity's duality, the capacity for cruelty and redemption. Isaac's journey from vengeance to enlightenment is a standout, showing how even the darkest paths can lead to light. Nocturne builds on these themes, focusing on revolution and societal oppression. Annette's fight against both vampires and human tyranny symbolizes the struggle for freedom in all its forms. Richter's arc delves into the weight of legacy, exploring how history shapes identity and action. The vampire messiah cult critiques blind devotion, raising questions about the intersection of faith, power, and control. The original series explores grief, loss, and the healing power of found family, while Nocturne expands these themes to address societal struggles and the quest for justice. The Belmont legacy serves as a metaphor for the burden of history, while the series' supernatural elements symbolize humanity's eternal battle against its darker impulses. The evolution of Castlevania to Nocturne demonstrates the franchise's ability to grow and adapt while remaining true to its roots. Through its complex characters, rich lore, and profound themes, the series continues to captivate and challenge its audience. Whether it's Trevor's redemption, Richter's struggle with legacy, or Annette's fight for justice, these narratives pose enduring questions. How do we navigate loss? How do we honor the past while building a better future? What does it mean to fight for justice and truth? Castlevania and Nocturne remind us that the battle against darkness, both external and internal, is a timeless and universal story. Which character's arc resonated most with you? Was it Trevor's redemption, Richter's journey of self-discovery, or Annette's revolutionary drive? Let's discuss, and if you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations of stories that inspire and challenge us. Till next time, Slayers.
You wouldn't understand. You're an animal which lost its soul centuries ago.